And we're live. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? It's your boy
What's
Reg.
good?
It's your boy Reg in the building. And we're live. I got my sister Ashley in the building with me.
What's up?
And as y'all can read the title, we're gonna do a special review today. We're gonna review both Rick James' Cold Blooded and Teena Marie's Robbery, both released in 1983 on Gordy Records.
Mm.
So got two people watching now. That's very good. That's very good. Um, I asked you how you got into Tina Marie. How did you get into Rick James?
Oh, I know, like coming up, I know my dad had like all his albums and stuff like that. So there wasn't like at least one or two Rick James songs that I've known basically just hearing from my father.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I personally got into like Rick James because I remember the exact first song was Super Freak. That was the exact first song. I think that was everyone's first song from that they know from Rick James, either that one or Mary Jane. And so I just got into his work and I just quickly became a fan, man.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't know about Silver Freak until I kept hearing the sample in MC's Hammers Can't Touch This. That's how I knew that. And
Yeah,
my dad told me.
yes, can't touch that. That I also forgot to mention that song too. So okay, so there's a reason why I call this review Class of 1983. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously because both albums was released in 1983, but I also felt like that was really the year when R&B music was really experimental a lot. Like it was bridging the gap between like pop and rock and whatnot. And most of that things has to go with Michael Jackson's Thriller album, and then of course you had Purple Rain, which came out a year after these albums was released. You
Right,
had
right.
Lionel Richie's what's that album? The 1983 album Can't Slow Down. Those albums was really experimenting with R&B and pushing the boundaries to make it more bigger, flashy and whatnot. And so with both Cold Blooded and Robbery, I just felt like, well, mostly to the extent of Rick James, they embraced the 80s a lot more with that project because, yes, Throwing Down was released in 82, Street Songs and Garden of Love, but this album had like heavy use of synthesizers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And with Tina Marie, I felt like she had that more embracing of the 80s with the Star Child album in 84. But this one right here, it was just a good segue, from Cold Blooded and shit. So if that makes sense and shit. Um, so I want to start with Cold Blooded.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So Cold Blooded was released in 1983. This was his seventh album, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah.
After the release of Throwing Down,
Mm-hmm.
that got him nominated for Best Solo Album in American Music Awards. He was doing like a lot of work with the different artists and putting artists on. He produced for people like Shaka Khan, produced for the Temptations,
Oh
and
yeah.
then he even did this jazz record with this cat from the Stone City Band. I think his name was Bobby M.
Oh.
Um, so I didn't even know about that till looking up what he was going on and shit like that. So
Hmm.
and so when I mean like he put people on, he discovered like a lot of artists around this time too. One of the artists his name is Val Young. If you guys know about Rick James, you should know Val Young has been thrown around a couple of times. She is a recording artist from Detroit who originally got her fame when she was singing background for George Clinton because she was originally part of like the Brides of Brides of Funkenstein and shit.
Hmm.
So Rick James kind of met her, I think, during the Throwing Down tour, and he brought her to Barry Gordy as the Black Marilyn Monroe, basically.
Hmm.
So, she did some background vocals on a couple of songs and a couple of productions, and her album Seduction wasn't released until 1985.
Oh.
Yeah. But his best known people that Paula J's was next to Tina Marie was the Mary Jane Girls.
Oh
Which,
yeah, that's what I was about to say next. Yeah, Mary Jane Girls.
yeah, which a lot of people were influenced by them, sample a lot of the music.
Mhm.
Originally, I believe that singer Vanity and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I know Vanity.
hmm She was originally supposed to have been on the Mary Jane Girls, if I'm not mistaken, but
Oh wow.
yeah, because Rick James, he always wanted to form a girl group and
Mhm.
stuff, and Vanity, but Prince took her away and stuff like that, and y'all know the story with that. So Mary Jane Girls was dropped their first album. What was the first album? Self-titled in 1983.
Mhm.
Ironically, but I'm gonna talk about them another time and stuff. But I prefer like the first album over the Only For You album. I felt like that first album had like that traditional Rick James sound and shit. Especially with songs like All Night Long, Prove
Yeah.
It, Candyman, like dope. That's a fucking dope album and shit. All right, so he had the Mary Jane Girls in his bag and shit. So it was also around that time too. He wants to push the boundaries with music more, basically. So like I mentioned before, he wanted to have more synthesizers, just wanted like to try different sounds, and long and behold, that's how Cold Blooded came about.
Mhm.
All right, it only came out with really two singles, and
Yeah.
those were, of course, Cold Blooded and Ebony Eyes with Smokey Robinson.
Mhm.
And now that brings me to the guest appearances, and this was very different because probably like the most guest appearances to date with Rick James. You had Smokey Robinson, Grandmaster Flash,
Mhm.
and Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. And this, of course, Rick James produced this whole album.
Mhm.
So 9 songs. We're gonna get the shit started. Track number one, "You Bring the Freak Out." Mm, pretty dope song.
Yeah.
Um, that beat definitely screams 83, 84, and shit like that on some real shit. Very dope song. I liked how energetic he was throughout that fucking song on some real shit. Okay. Well, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, I like this too, and it's a good way to kickstart this album off. Very upbeat. Like I have no problems listening to this one at all.
Okay. For real. Definitely a dope banger and shit like that. Track number two, Cold Blooded. One of his most famous songs. He wrote this song about Linda Blair from The Exorcist.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't know that.
yeah, because they were basically together around that time.
Oh.
Yeah. And around the time they were working on this album, she used to visit him in the studio,
Mhm.
and she always wanted to write music and stuff like that. So they basically was very like influenced with one another, and that's how he wrote Cold Blooded in reference of her and shit. Um, this song was very different because it's not a good choice to say that he was using the TR series drum machine and stuff like that, which a lot of people like the SOS band were using and
Mhm.
whatnot. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, shout out to them. So yeah, Cold Blooded, definitely a dope song. Love that song. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
It was my first time ever hearing Cold Blooded because I honestly didn't know it was a single and all that stuff, and I rarely heard it getting played on the radio a lot.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I've always heard Ebony Eyes and some of his other songs over this one for some strange reason.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Cause where I stay, I hear this song on the radio at least once or twice a month at least and shit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about certain R&B stations in the Charlotte area, but I've never heard this song "Cold Blooded" ever being played on the radio. I always heard either "Super Freak" or "Give It to Me, Baby" or "Ebony Eyes."
Mm. I feel you though. I feel you. But you like the song, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It was the first time hearing this one. I'm like, wow, this is good right here.
For real. And speaking of Ebony Eyes, that's track number 3 with Smokey Robinson. uh, um, I'm just gonna say this once and once for all.
Mhm.
I love Ebony Eyes. It's a very dope song. But I'm just gonna the ballads on this album, as opposed to the previous ballads, like you can tell they were trying to look for another singing partner with Tina Marie and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me. Ebony Eyes is a very, very good song. I love that song. Like they both, Smokey and Rick, both did their thing. But I'm just gonna say most of my thoughts on the ballad at the end of the album. But very dope, very dope song. Kind of felt it was a bit over dramatic at times. Have you seen the music video to the song?
No, I have not watched the video.
Oh man, okay, so it's like a 7 minute music video.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Rick James was and Smokey were out searching for shit in the plane. Yeah, and Rick was the pilot, of course. So they crashed.
Wow.
They crashed this plane on some weird island, and they're both thinking about their lovers and stuff like that. And Rick James was just so over dramatic in that whole fucking video. I'm just gonna say, yeah, he was just over dramatic, like getting on his knees. I'm like, but at the same time, he definitely. I like the fact that he was doing the long form music videos and shit. Around the same time Michael was. So I thought that people really need to give credit to Rick James for that.
What, it like a little short movie or something?
Hmm.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, and it was very big, especially in 1983. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the video for Thriller came out in 84 or
Mm,
late 83. I'm not too sure.
one of them years.
Yeah. But yeah, so my thoughts on Ebony Eyes, very cool song and shit. And my favorite ballad off this project. What about you?
Yeah, yeah. I first heard Ebony Eyes a couple of times on the radio because they played it. I don't know, like ever so often. And another time I heard it was on an episode of Everybody Hates Chris. It was the Halloween episode. Toward the end, yeah.
Oh my god, that
Yeah, when
episode.
Chris was dancing with that girl, what was her name?
Lisa.
Lisa or
Yeah,
something like that.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Tanya basically just played his ass and shit.
Oh, Keisha. Yeah, Keisha. She
Keisha.
was. Oh, mm.
Mm.
And Keisha was like having a problem with him, like dressing up as Prince and like, oof.
His costume was better than half them niggas in that fucking party to begin with.
Exactly. That's what I was finna say. And everyone was looking at him like a complete weirdo and shit. I'm like,
Shit.
really? Mm.
Yeah,
But
bro.
I love this song. It'll never get old. It's just something about it. It's just so beautifully done, and with Rick and Smokey on the track at the same time, it's just is well suited. I could not imagine him doing it with anybody else.
I agree. Definitely
Yeah,
agree. All right. And next track, 1, 2, 3, You, Her, and Me. Another fun track right there. Where he's talking about his love for threesomes and shit. Very funky track. I love the line where he said, you can see I want her and I won't apologize. So tell me true, what shall we do, girls and shit, you know. Just getting just sexy Rick James and shit like that. Very dope out, very dope on song and shit.
yeah. This one I kind of figured out like he was trying to get a menage a trois going on when I was hearing the song. I was like, okay, I get it. And then too, of course, Rick back then he had a thing for the ladies, and he didn't care. He's gonna get one or two or how many he could possibly can in the bed. But hey,
Exactly. For real though.
yeah, that I think that's his message. What he was trying to get through in the song.
For real though. That's what I got from that. Yeah. I think he was the first one to talk about threesomes to this extent on a song. I don't know if I'm bullshitting, but
I don't think I've ever heard anyone else talk about it in a song. I
mm,
don't think prior to him. I don't think no one else has.
I feel you though. I feel you. All right. Then we get to doing it. Oh wow. Okay. Two second.
He just getting to the point.
Doing it was very funky track and shit, like a nice little party little track. I couldn't low key see this as a third single, but at the same time, it's just like fuck it. It is what it is.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good song too, but I don't know what it is. It's just like something you could definitely hear like at a party or something. And then
Right.
two, it's like with 1, 2, 3, you heard me. It's just him just getting to the point. Like let's just get it in. Let's just fuck already. Like
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
he ain't bullshitting. He ain't sugarcoating nothing with this song. He just telling it like it is as he always does. So
Right. So yeah, doing it. Um. Yeah. Very very okay track and shit. Then we got to New York Town. This was an okay track. I feel like it was just a bit too glitzy. Was not feeling the background vocals like that.
hmm
But yeah, if it was one track, I'll kind of been like, it'll probably be this one.
it was alright to me as well. But I guess it's just basically him just saying how much he loves New York and how proud he is to be from this particular state and all that stuff. That's kind of how I picked up on it. I mean, it
Yeah,
ain't bad. It ain't terrible. It's just okay.
right. Um, then we get to PIMP, the SIMP with Grandmaster Flash. My favorite song off this album, if you ask me. Rick was on his storytelling shit with this one. He's talking about this chick, I think this chick named Mary who fell into pimp the pimp life as she became a prostitute to somebody. And what I got from that song is like he's just being like a conscious and shit like that. And I think by the end of the song, um it's like she just got out of her mind and stuff like that, and she ends up being dead. Um, yeah, man. And Grandmaster Flash, he actually rapped the last verse, which I was kind of surprised too, because I thought he just did a cuts on that. But it's kind of rare hearing Grandmaster Flash rap. And for 1983, for like an artist like Rick James to embrace hip hop like that, that's very big and stuff.
Yeah, because I was first hearing about that. I was like, really? And I
Yeah.
was like, has he ever featured a hip hop artist in any of his previous stuff?
Nah. Mm-mm.
So he's just the one and only.
Yeah, he had another hip hop act in a couple of albums later though, but I'm gonna save that for that day.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was my first. This was my first time hearing this track, and I was like, oh wow. I
Yeah.
kind of had some vibes of like, imagine if they would have did like a music video for this.
Ooh,
You
that
know
would
how hot that shit would be.
for real. That would have been so hot.
Yeah, they could make it like into like a little mini movie or something.
I definitely agree with you on that one because that song that could have been low key a single if it needed to be, but
hmm
Motown and shit, but
Mm.
cause of course the content on that song too was like a bit too graphic and shit like that.
Too raunchy.
Yeah,
Mm.
which I'm gonna talk about once the review is done and shit like that. So yeah, PIMP, the SIMP, one of my favorite songs. Them horns on that song, man, Jesus Christ.
Who was doing it though?
Yeah, Rick James, he arranged all them horns and shit.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Damn, he's good.
Very underrated artist, man. Which, yeah. The next track is "Tell Me What You Want" featuring Billy D. Williams. Yeah, this is my least favorite ballad out of the two, and it mostly has to do with Billy D. Williams and shit. Um, I like Billy D, but I just felt like he was talking a bit too much on the intro and just sneaking his way through it. I don't know if it was just me, but because the beat is fire, Rick did his thing, but why add Billy D. Williams to it, like talking and shit, monologue and shit? I didn't understand that, but nothing against Billy D or Rick in general, you know.
Hmm.
Hmm. What are your thoughts?
When I was first hearing like the beat to it, it was like, didn't they use this for Ebony Eyes? Like at the beginning, it kind of remind you of that a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was like, I was hearing them like, they using this twice.
that's what I thought too. But those drum machines, the drum machine that they were using, they had like similar. Sometimes you might have, or some might sound like a similar drum pattern.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was thinking the entire time when I was listening to it. I'm like, what? But yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with him having Billy D on this one, and I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, I guess back in the day, certain artists like would get somebody or just talk to a certain length, but it's like it's better to speak at the beginning of a song for like a couple of seconds or close to a minute at least, but nothing over that.
right. The only
There was nothing wrong with this song at all, but hey.
true, like the only artist I feel like can get away with that shit in a way that at the same time it can be annoying at times is Isaac Hayes, in my personal opinion.
Uh,
Like sometimes like once in his earlier album it was okay, but then even that time I'd be like, okay, you talk too much, nigga. Like on some real shit. But yeah, that was "Tell Me What You Want," and the final song. Let me get my. It's "Unity." We all know where that reference came from. All right. Out of all the songs on this album, I wished he would have done a bit more with this song. It's only like about a minute and 20 seconds, just talking about how much we should all unite as people and stuff like that.
mhm.
Nice piano ballad in a way. So yeah, Unity. What do you? That's my thoughts.
Yeah, because at first I was listening to it, I was like, I thought it was gonna be like a full fledged song, but it was like what you just said, over a minute and something like that, and I thought it was like an interlude or something. Honestly, instead of not being a full fledged song.
Right,
But he just, I don't know what it is. He just like poured his heart out and wanted to sing about unity. And I'm thinking, you should have made it at least like a 3 or 4 minute song at least.
right. Maybe there's a
'Cause
full
if he would have
version.
done that, that would have blew me away.
Facts. Like maybe there's like a full version somewhere somehow, but you
Hmm.
never know.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all of Cold Blooded. You can give your thoughts first, Ash.
All right. This is my first time hearing this particular Rick James album, and overall to me, it was really good. It was really good. Cause like it's a mix of certain tracks on there and some that are like upbeat and funky and all that, as well as a few ballads.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I overall enjoyed listening to this album.
I feel you. I feel you. Um, yeah, this album to me, It's a very good album, but there's some flaws I do have to talk about. It's good because he was getting to some new territory, sound wise, content wise, in some songs. But then there was some
Mm-hmm.
other songs where I kind of felt like it was just I and shit like that. Like the whole one doing it New York town. And shit. I
Mm-hmm.
just felt like it was just a bit too glitzy, a bit too polished. Not polished, excuse me, but it just had that 80s sound, like that 80s R&B sound, which is good at times, but at the same time, it's just like, people cannot overbear it at times.
It's like you wanted expecting something a little more.
In a way, yeah, in a way, but at the same time, it's not a bad album. I love this album at the same time. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, it could have been a tad bit better, just a tad bit, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's Cold Blooded for Rick James. This album, this album's still in print. You can get this album as well with others in the complete Motown collection and shit like that. So that's that. Okay, let's get to Robbery. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so after the release of Irons in the Fire in 1981, she dropped It Must Be Magic, which I was going to do a review on that sometime today, but I was just like so busy and tired that I just fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Which I most like to do a review on it some either Saturday or Sunday and shit. Um, so It Must Be Magic was a very successful album, very dope album and shit. That album had her first gold record. No, her biggest hit, excuse me, Square Biz, which everyone knows that song and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at that same time, she was going through like a legal battle with Motown and stuff like that because I think she had wanted to get out of a contract because her contract was up, and
Right.
Motown, they didn't want her to leave the contract and shit like that. So
Mm.
yeah, so 1982, she sued Motown
Oh
for
wow.
because like it was like over contract disagreements that it was illegal for a record company to keep an artist under contract without releasing new material. And the
Whoa.
lawsuit, you said what?
I said, whoa, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was very huge at that time too. This lawsuit, um, and the lawsuit was known as the Brockhart Initiative, named after her because her last name was Brockhart and shit.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm. It was also around that same time too. I forgot to mention she was getting like a lot of mainstream popularity with the It Must Be Magic album because that same year she was on Fire and Desire, Rick James Street Songs album.
Ah.
Huge
Oh,
ass song,
yeah.
huge ass song and shit like that. And she did like a lot of work, background vocals for Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess money got involved with it too, cause she had a falling out with Rick James too around that time.
Oh yeah.
hmm And so she won the lawsuit. She won the lawsuit basically, and she had relocated to Epic Records, and she had broken off her
Mm-hmm.
short engagement with Rick James too.
Mm-hmm.
So Epic Records, that was when she got like a lot of more creative control, and
Yeah.
so that's how this album came about.
Yeah, well that's good that she got creative control.
For real, very good and shit like that. Because Motown, they're always known for that. We can do the album a certain way possible and shit like that.
Yeah, which is
Mhm.
crazy.
Right. Um, Singles albums known for only came out with, I think,
Wait, did it have any singles?
yeah, a single. I'm gonna pull it up. I know "Fix It" was a single. I know
Oh, I
that for
didn't know
sure.
that.
But there was another single too. Fix it, fix it. Oh yeah, Midnight Magnet was a single and shit, and
Oh, okay.
Dear Lover was a single as well.
Hmm.
Shoot. Oh boy, man. This is the album cover right here.
Hmm.
Very dope album cover and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like this guy thought she was some kind of prostitute or some shit,
Giving her money.
like giving a number and shit, basically. And then you had this like peeping Tom right here.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, beautiful lady, by the way. Very
Yeah.
beautiful lady. Let me see, got some shit in here. Oh, and one more thing. I had this album before, but I recently got it back because I gave it away just to pay a bill, and it took me a while just to get
Oh.
it back. But yeah, these are like the lyrics right here. So,
Oh, okay.
hmm so yeah, very dope album. But I'm gonna explain that more. All right. So nine, no wait, yeah, 9 songs, same length as Cold Blooded. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, track number one, Robbery. Um, very good song, but I felt like it shouldn't have started off the album, in my opinion. This
Hmm.
song has like a rock edge towards it and stuff like that, which was not bad.
Yeah.
I just felt like if it should have been like either the third or fourth song, nothing to it.
Hmm.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I guess with sometimes I guess with certain albums that artists put out, they always have like a title track which is the same as their album track, and it just depends on like how well it'll fit on that particular album. So I agree with you saying that it should have been like somewhere like in the middle of it versus at the very beginning.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
sometimes you said what?
Not. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, because sometimes like with especially with like the R&B audience and shit, they want to
Hmm.
expect like a different sound and they hear all this experimental shit. So you can either scare them away or it can just be correct, give them credit and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Robbery. Like I said, good song, but it should not have started the album.
Right.
Now the song I felt should have started it, Playboy. That song, whew, hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. You can say your thoughts on that.
All right. Yeah, Playboy was a good song too. Like I have nothing against it, and it's just something that's that'll never get tired of listening. Yeah, overall it was good. It was a good one here.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I already talked to them earlier today too. So I was going to see them, but I had to do something for Johnson. So yeah, yeah, I know. Are you surprised? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't understand that either. I feel you, though. But it's okay. Let's get some verse right now. I feel like, okay. I'm not surprised. I really not. Yeah, I'm not going to switch up the pages. Okay, yeah. Hit me up tomorrow after you say goodbye to him. Okay? All right, yeah, that seems very got mad. I was laughing at that. I'm so sorry. That was my sister.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I was just telling them, saying that Playboy was like a good song that I didn't have no complaints about.
Yeah. Yeah, Playboy, man, that was a very dope song, which I felt like should have been the first song.
Mhm.
Cause I just had a feeling like this album was like a concept album in a way. Like it continued, like Iron in the Fire up to Robbery. I just felt like it was like a very trilogy about her life and shit in a way.
Yeah.
And Playboy, cause we all know who she was talking about. Stay tuned on that. But
No surprise.
yeah, yeah. So I just felt like Playboy was that one of those songs where I kind of felt like was a great reintroduction not only to a sound but what most of that well what some songs on the album was about, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, track number 3, shadow boxing. Oh my god, yo,
Mm.
shadow boxing on some real shit. She ate this song up.
Yeah.
She fucking ate this song up. um I, if I'm not mistaken, that song was about 6 minutes long, the longest song off the album.
Yeah. Like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, very dope ballad and shit.
Mhm.
I don't exactly know why she called it shadow boxing, but I guess it's like because you're thinking about your love at night or some shit, or you're just fighting off your feelings in a way.
Who knows? Only she wrote it.
Yeah. So yeah, very dope song. Possibly the best song she written on this album, songwriting wise. You know.
Mhm.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it was a great song when I was listening to it. It was just like I don't know what it was about it. It had like the same vibes as the song Irons in the Fire for
yeah,
some reason. I don't know. Yeah, it has them similar vibes as I was listening to, and I was like,
yeah. I feel
goodness
you.
gracious, it's just so like in sync with that.
I feel you. I feel you. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, very dope. Very dope. Comparison to Irons in the Fire. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the ballad. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this song though, but to each his own.
Mhm.
Track number 4, Midnight Magnet, which whew, another song where I forgot that this was a single because I was going to say this should have been a single, but it really was.
It might have been. I don't know.
It was,
Oh, good, good, good.
man, Midnight Magnet. Oh my
Yes.
fucking god! Everything about that song, like the synthesizers, the drums, the backing
Yes.
vocals, it got that authentic early 80s sound and shit. Very very great song. That's a great song right there. You can tell it's talking about like a booty call, like this guy hitting up for a booty call and shit like that. Um, what else about like the lyrics like no circumspect, I won't forget, no lighters yet, I'm so upset, midnight magnet. Um, Like it's very descriptive too. Like river eyes, I crossed the state line, nearing down. Thinking about the time the magnet turned me on. Like, whoo, oh my, like I don't have a lot of good thing, not enough good things to say about this song. Like, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna go forever on
Okay.
that. How I love it.
Okay. I don't know what it is about this. For some reason, I feel like this is like one of those songs you like hear like in a montage to a movie or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just everything about it. Just with the sound of it, it's like you could hear like in an old movie from the '80s, and it could like play like in the middle of a scene or something.
Yes, for real, man. Like,
Yeah, that would fit perfectly with this right here.
it
I'm
would.
loving this.
Like, cause I just thought it was just gonna be just some typical. We're just gonna go one of them typical R&B songs in the early '90s. I mean, early '80s. You know, where it's just
Hmm.
like a dance or like something in the vein of like what Climax was doing.
Yeah.
But this song right here just has that grit to it. I don't know what it is about this song, but Jesus,
She put some funk in this.
for real, like this. I'm gonna. This is my favorite Tina Marie album. I'm just gonna say this out right now. Like her best album, song wise, but I'm gonna say my thoughts. Um, track number 5, "Fix It." That song was okay. It was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little danceable R&B track and shit like that. Um, yeah, it's kind of like one of them danceable R&B track, which I can let it slide since it's like in the middle of the album. But
Yeah.
what about you?
I have nothing against the song. It's okay, like it's just some one of those ones that's like I could probably play it every once in a while, just nothing that's like I guess on my list of like songs I'll play repeatedly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just one of those I'll probably hear once or twice every now and again. It's just nothing that really I don't know,
I feel you. I feel you.
intrigue me.
Yeah, "Fix It." That was a pretty solid song. Next track, "Ask Your Mama." Again, another stellar song. Well, you laughing at me?
No, no. It was just when I was like listening to it, I was like, she saying what she's talking about? Ask your mom. Ask your mama what? Like,
Yo, you wow, you wild as fuck. But yeah, I kind of felt like with this song, I'm gonna talk about her unsung episode because it kind of brings me to this song because she was talking about Rick James in a segment unsung,
oh yeah.
and her mom was like, "You should marry him," basically, and Tina was like, "That's the last person you would want me to marry," and
Whoa.
for real, I kid you not. I kid you not. That was what she was saying in that fucking unsung. And so it's just one thing I got was like her mom wanted her daughter to find love, and it's her mom. Tina Marie just let her mom know like about love life and shit like that, and if she's making the right
Mm,
decisions in love. That's what I got from Ask Your Mama.
mm.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this song? What are your thoughts on this song?
Yeah, I didn't know there was like a little backstory to this. I was like, okay. But it's one of those ones that I could listen to, but knowing now of like somewhat of like I guess the nature of the song and all, I was like, you like her mom was really pressed on wanting her to marry Rick James?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Imagine if they did would have tied the knot. Oh my god!
Oh, on some real shit. Like, I feel like that would have been like very controversial. You know how interracial relationships they weren't really on the norm, especially in the '80s and shit like that. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying because I know I got an uncle and and his wife is white. So, but they've been married for a long time. So there were some people, I guess, who they were friends with. They were feeling some type of way about their relationship and their marriage and stuff like that too. So, but hey, it is what it is. But Ask Your Mama is a song that I could probably listen to if I need something to like cheer me up or get silly with or something.
Exactly. For real, but yeah, I'm more surprised that the chat is dead as fuck though on some real shit.
Mm,
It's R&B, so what do you expect? Mm.
oh well.
Oh well. Track number 7, "Dear Lover." God damn, God damn, man! All these tracks about love and heartbreak and
Mm.
so "Dear Lover," another great ballad. Um, what I got from that is just like um her convincing her lover that it's genuine, her heart's authentic and whatnot. And it's just a very song where she vocally steals the show, just elevates that typical beat that you would hear and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's like she's pouring her whole heart out on the line for whoever her lover is, and it's like, okay, I'm all in for this. Like, I don't see myself being with anyone else but you. But yeah, that's kind of like how I was getting with this song here. So
I got you. I got you. All right, that was Dear Lover. Track number 8, "Stop the World." Another very good song and shit where it's a like it might start off like a light reggae song, but then the R&B,
yeah, that's
the R&B
yeah,
just
that's what I was thinking too.
yeah, the R&B just snuck right in, and it really is like one of the most
Hmm.
adventurous songs, especially when them horns, everything comes together. Like I don't know what it is with Cold Blooded in this album, but the horns on those albums was just on point. It was just on point, like on some real shit. So yeah, I feel like "Stop the World" was like her kind of like what I got from that was kind of like not like a political kind of song, but it was just kind of like her. Um, it's kind of like her way of how the nigga left her, and she just wants to just be stop the world and stuff like that because she don't know what to do with herself, basically. So
Yeah,
yeah,
with this song here, it's kind of like, yeah, you just want everything just come to a screeching halt for just 1 minute, and it's just like, okay, what now?
right,
I don't feel like I want to think about anything else anymore. I don't want to do nothing now. I just need just something to just take my mind off things. Like just a moment for like the world just to slow down for a minute.
exactly. Just the world to slow down and shit like that because you're getting overwhelmed by your emotions, whatnot, you know.
Yeah, and that had me feel some type of way too. So yeah, I get that.
For real though, like ugh, man, this whole album, it's not like a bad song on any of these albums, man.
Oh,
Whew. And I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna save most of my thoughts till the end. And the final track, which is my favorite track, Casanova Brown, which that was written blatantly about Rick James, written.
yeah, yep.
Nice way to end the album. Um, there's just a little backstory with that song because the reason why they didn't really get married was this is
Mhm,
according to some sources I was looking up. Rick had like another girlfriend,
mhm.
like the and Tina Marie kind of felt like the mistress basically. So
Yeah.
yeah, like they still remain friends, or they still remain like friends over the years, but their relationship was
Mhm.
really never the same after that.
No.
And with this song right here, I just really felt like it concluded the album in a perfect way. Um,
Mhm.
I liked how she kind of started off slow, and then by the middle of the track, you hear the strings, and it becomes like this Broadway influence kind of thing, kind of like
Mhm.
something you would hear from Diana Ross's first album. Dope album, by the way. And then whew, that last couple of lines when she was like, "Do you hear me crying? It sounded a little bit like this," and then she held that note. Um,
Mm.
my favorite lines was like, "He had more girls than Howard Hughes had money, and you may think it funny when I say he loves me only. And who are you to say what he does when I'm not around?" Excuse me, I had to say it like that, but just because I fell in love with
Mm.
Casanova Brown. Oh yeah, like that song right there, man. Very dope song. Possibly my favorite Tina Marie song. My favorite Tina Marie song in Death. My laptop's about to die, so let me find my charger. Give me a second.
All right.
All right, sorry about that, but
Mm.
yeah. And usually, I'm not one to always say that I don't like. I'm not one to always like look for the heartbreak and shit like that when it comes to albums.
Mhm.
But I felt like with this album, it did it perfect and shit. The whole breakup album did it perfect. So that's my thoughts on Casanova Brown and shit. What are your thoughts?
It's one of those tracks that really resonates with, I guess, people who have been in a relationship, and it's just one of those ones that you can really relate to, or been in a situation, or know someone who's been in a situation as what she's singing about. So yeah, it just fits so well, and the way to end the album off is just icing on the cake.
Right. It's breathtaking to say the least.
Yes.
And this might kind of sound crazy, but I kind of felt it is a sad song, but it's like a personal
Mhm.
triumph. I kind of
Mhm.
sense like a personal triumph when listening to Casanova Brown, like not just from Rick James, but the freedom that she'd experienced from Motown too. Like,
Oh yeah.
hmm which leads me to the ending of this album. I'm gonna let you start it off though.
Yeah, this is another phenomenal Tina Marie album. Even though it was my first few times hearing it, it's just I have zero complaints about this album at all. It's just everything about it is just so it suits her well, and then having creative control of what the material she want to write and what story she want to tell. It's like you hearing it all from her, no one else but her.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff that she went through with her relationship with Rick and everything. It's just all her, no one else doing the work. She doing it all.
I agree. Highly agree. Man, this is my favorite Tina Marie album on some real shit. And I think the one reason why I love this album was just how structured the songs were in a way. Especially like how songs like, even though I did say my thing about Robbery, I still have a lot of love for it because of how versatile sound was, how risky it was and shit. Um
Mm-hmm.
I love this album for vocally. I feel like this album onward, that's when her vocal peak was, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of crazy too because this album at the time it didn't really do too well commercially as Irons in the Fight and It Must Be Magic and stuff like that too, because maybe because a lot of people weren't really used to her not on Motown and shit. But then when Star Child was released, that was like became a highest selling album, which I'm gonna talk about Star Child sometime in the future and shit. I want to get my hands on the album first
Mm-hmm.
because I see that album in stores all the time and shit. I'm not really too pressed on getting it and shit, but yeah,
Right.
love this album to I love this album. My favorite album from her. This is that kind of album you would listen to if you just want like to chill for the night or just thinking about a lover. Um, Also, it's not just about heartbreak. It does have this party songs like Midnight Magnet, like we've mentioned, Stop the
Mm-hmm.
World. Oh my, like very
Yeah.
dope album. I believe this album is out of print, but it's been re-released in Japan and
Oh
stuff
wow.
like that. So according to Discog, the last reissue in the US was in '05.
Mm.
So yeah, and that's no surprise there with a lot of Tina Marie albums and shit. So
Yeah.
all right, so where would you rate Cold Blood and how many out of 5 stars, how much would you give it, you know?
I would give it 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay. Same. I would give Cold Blooded 4 out of 5 as well. Um Robbery, what about you?
Oh wow. Robbery, I would give it all 5 stars, hands down.
Same. For I would give it 5 stars too. Like, and it's just like, you don't hear a lot of people talking about this album because it's like they talk about Lady T, Eyes in the Fire, It Must Be Magic. Then they skip over this album to talk about Star Child, you know?
Mm.
Because even the Unsung didn't really talk about this album like that, you know? They just talked about Star Child. Then they went on to a little bit of Naked to the World and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did it. That was the class of 1983. Um, we just talked for a little bit, like till about 1 o'clock if you want.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, cool. Um, so guess what we're going to talk about this Sunday?
What?
Where's that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want, you can join this Sunday night. I think about 11 o'clock. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me because I work Sunday from 4 to 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 hours. Get off and yeah, and then plus I get to sleep in that night too. So
Oh, facts.
yeah.
Cool facts, man. Yeah, I know for a fact. Like, I'm pretty much done with my classes and stuff. But at the same
Mhm.
time, there's just some work I have to do. So I'm not even. I'm mostly going to be doing my work like up to the day afternoon, and I already got my notes written for the album. So thank God about that.
Mhm.
So, and I have a lot of things to say about that album too, because it's going to follow what I had said about Cold Blooded and Robbery.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a very big review. Me and Strawberry are going to kill that, and of course you as well are going to kill that.
Yeah.
hmm But
Yeah. I
yo,
know today was
okay.
the 17th anniversary of Left Eye passing away, and before I joined in, they played some of her like old videos she was in with TLC and some stuff she did like on the side like with Donnell Jones and Lil Kim, Missy, the Brat, stuff like that.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it just don't feel like it's been that long since she passed away though.
it really hasn't though, because
No,
Left Eye was just one of a kind and shit like that.
exactly. There will never be anyone like her because I mean, just her energy and just her creativity and all that she was doing and all the stuff that she had planned and everything. It's just damn.
Right.
And she
And
was, I think, 30 when she passed.
30?
Yeah,
I thought she was younger than that, like in the late
I
20s.
did too, but no, she was 30.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, and I was watching something on Reels the last hours of Left Eye and I guess whoever I guess the guy was I guess looking over some like old video footage of her that day of when the car accident happened. She I know her sister was in the
Right.
car. The group that she was mentoring Egypt was in the
Right.
car. The cameraman was in there. And out of everybody in that car, she ain't have her seatbelt on, and so when she I guess saw something like in the middle of the road, she had to skid the car, I guess, into like a ditch, and it rolled like 6 or 7 times, and I guess she, since she didn't have her seatbelt on, flew her out the window.
Yeah, I heard about that shit, man.
Yeah, and I was like, my God.
And you know how people now are going to talk about, oh, she was with Dr. Sebi and all that shit like that.
Okay, really?
Oh, yeah, like,
Like, I mean, I know she was talking about him a little bit in her documentary, of course, but still, it's like she believed what she wanted to believe, and I guess whatever stuff that she was doing, like with all drinking all the herbs and stuff and cleansing for like 40 days and shit,
right,
it was all entirely her decision. I mean, ain't nobody forced her to do it. She
exactly,
chose to do it.
exactly. But you know, these hoteps and shit,
Mm.
yeah. But at the same time, it's just like, at the same time, it's just like, you know, people just want to say all that shit because it just gives them hope that one day she'll come rising back and shit like they always saying that, oh, I faked my death. Like they want Tupac to rise from the dead every single time and shit, you know.
It's not gonna happen no matter how many times you would want that to happen.
Exactly. Just let him rest in peace.
Yeah, just let him rest. And yeah, I mean, come on now.
All right.
I know the new Avengers movie is supposed to be out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's from what I've heard. It's supposed to be out tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that, but I'm not gonna see it on opening weekend because I know everybody want to try to get up in there to see it.
Yeah, I don't like going to watch movies opening weekends no more and shit like that. That's just me personally because for one, you can't find notice it. Everyone just keeps talking during the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Um, they are, then you have like what else? What else? And it's just like I don't get the hype for it. You know, I just lost the hype for it. I just go at least a week after, or at least a Sunday or some shit. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I went to see a few movies like on its opening weekend before, but it's like I don't think I'll ever do that again.
Yeah.
Cause like one original time I wanted to go see the freaking show was sold out. I was like, okay, what's the next one? I was like, okay, shit, fuck it.
Exactly. Shit. Other than that, I finally got an album I've been waiting for and shit like that. But I'm gonna show it to you since I'm gonna show it to you and shit like that. But I'm gonna do another collection of it pretty soon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
His
oh,
first comedy album and shit. Yeah,
damn.
I already got comedian and coming on the way and stuff. So
Mm.
like, oh my god, man, I've been waiting a long time to get that fucking album. Yeah,
Oh wow.
and I'm gonna get like a lot more R&B albums because I'm thinking about also I want to talk about Mary J. Blige's discog her the '90s discography at one point.
Mhm.
I would definitely we definitely want to do TLC and shit. I'm gonna wait for Mike to give me the heads up on that one.
Yeah, cause I know Left Eye's birthday is next month. I don't know what day it is though, but maybe we could like do something on that,
Okay,
like on that particular day,
all right, no doubt, no doubt.
if everyone's free to do that.
All right, um,
Yeah, cause I got their first three albums. I got 3D. I got Now and Forever the Hits album, but I just don't have that self-titled album they dropped.
yeah, the only TLC album I have is Crazy Sexy Cool, but I know I'm gonna get I know all the albums they're in print. I can get them easily on my stores,
Yeah, they still in print. Yeah,
so I'm not too pressed on that too much.
right.
Shit.
Yeah, and I still got those Left Eye albums I showed you before.
Oh, facts, facts.
Yeah, Supernova's still online though. I think there's at least 4 or 5 more copies of it left. Cause some of them, I think, if you want one, they'll probably come all the way from Japan. Cause of course, Arista didn't fucking release it in the States, and they only released it internationally. So
Which was stupid, but to each his
yeah,
own.
and I know she was pissed about that too.
When she flipped that table, so
I
she
don't
flipped,
know if she actually did that for real. I just know, like, on one of her trips to Honduras, I know she was like real pissed about it. She was like, "I need a break, man. A real fucking break. It's just everything."
right, because I don't like I said I don't blame her. I really don't blame her on that shit. So
Mhm.
she had every right to be mad.
Yeah, cuz I mean, she worked so hard to put that album out and then have the release date set and all that stuff, and only to hear that they weren't going to do it. I'm like, "The fuck?"
For real, all that time and money wasted and shit.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine how much studio time that cost her?
Right.
Probably cost her an arm and a leg. Like, damn. Yeah, the music business just do you dirty.
For real. I'm also I'm planning on doing a birthday tribute for Prince because I want to review his very first album on his birthday.
Oh, his birthday's in June, right?
Yeah, June 7th.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what time I'll do it because that's like 2 months away. So
Yeah,
I'm just put 6 p.m. just to be on the safe side.
right.
Right. Because like I said, you heard that they're gonna release a new album, like demos of people songs like he gave to other artists and shit.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard about that this morning.
Oh wow.
For real though, it's like it's cool, but at the same time, it's just like I want to hear like some really dirty stuff, like some very unreleased stuff, like from Parade, the Dirty Mind era and shit like that.
Mhm.
I'm grateful, but at the same time, it's just like y'all playing shit. Cause like I was online and the Crystal Ball album, I was trying to see a copy of that. That shit's like $89, $90 and shit, $1,000.
God damn.
Yeah, cause remember that dude, I think who was it, Eric Johnson. He saw that he actually said he got the album from Etsy and shit like that, and that was when we were asking him like how much it was. I think he got it for like 50, 30, 20 or some shit like that. But I don't trust
Shit.
that. I don't trust that because that shit look kind of suspect to me.
Nah, I wouldn't want to trust anything like that either. 'Cause it's like, if y'all go up and charge me for some shit, I could probably get that at a cheaper price, either from Amazon or eBay or some other shit.
For real. Yeah, DJ Tim. Crazy Sexy Cool. That's our favorite album and shit like that. That's your favorite, is it?
Mm. With mine,
Yeah.
I actually like the first three. I said 3D was okay with me.
Yeah. Yeah. 3D was alright. It wasn't really too good to me.
Yeah, it just I don't think it was ever, like, I guess, fully the same, like, after Lisa passing away. And
Right.
because it's like, shit, if I felt as if it was like kind of unfinished, because I know she probably had some more stuff, like rap stuff wise, I know she would have wanted to record around that time. But I guess with the accident and all, it's just like she didn't get a chance.
Right. I feel you. Um. Think. Um. What else? What else? What else is going on? Oh, so Lil Nas X said he's gonna change his name to respect Nas and stuff like that.
Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like for one, you shouldn't really have. Now Lil Nas X, like
No, that's
get rid of the X
stupid.
two. Get rid of the X two. You ain't Malcolm X.
Hell no. Hell no.
I mean, I respect his hustle. Don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against him, but it's just the name, and I do want to say that he is like kind of like bridging the gap between country and hip hop. But what all these niggas need to know is not the
Mm.
first time country and hip hop coincided with one another, because people forget about Everlast's debut solo
Oh
album,
yeah.
Why He Sings the Blues. Well, not his debut solo album, but his breakthrough solo,
Right, right.
Why He Forward Sings the Blues, which I like the album. It had like a very country feel to it. And then don't get me started on the fucking Nelly and Tim McGraw song.
Oh yeah, I was finna say that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I was
Right.
in middle school when they dropped that shit.
For real, for real. Like, I didn't care for that song or that album on some real shit.
It was okay. It was okay.
Mm. I feel you, but yeah, I'm just trying to get like a lot of reviews. 'Cause I know this summer I want to be trying to catch up. 'Cause I'm kind of behind on some reviews too.
Right.
I know I might do another review tonight. I just have to handle some stuff, and it's just going to be a quick review. But I was so mad that the Public Enemy review was fucked up and shit too.
Oh yeah, because I was watching. I was like, I thought was my headphones fucking up on me or what? And I was like, I couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah, man. Cause I've been pushing that one back a lot too, and if to finally do it, and it was like 3 in the morning, I did that review, and I
Oh.
was just like, I was cursing man. Like I was at work when he had told me and shit, and I was like, fuck, man. That's why I hate YouTube. Not just YouTube, my webcam and shit. Excuse me, but yeah.
Mm.
But any other than that, this Sunday we're gonna do Midnight Love and shit.
Right.
Um, yeah, and can't wait to do that. I got a lot of hip hop to do too. J. Cole's coming soon this summer.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna talk
know
about. You said
Mary
what?
J and Nas are gonna be coming to Charlotte.
They coming here too.
Yeah, July 24th.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how my money is before I make any decision to go.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. But then plus I'm already going to the mixtape tour show on the 9th that month.
I thought that already happened. Oh, that was the new
No, you
millennium.
thinking of Millennium Tour.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, Millennium Tour is where I was at.
Okay,
Mixtape tour don't happen till July 9th.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah. I updated my availability sheet at my job, so I marked off whatever days I'm not gonna be able to come in. I marked that Tuesday. I'm like, uh-uh. I
for
ain't
real.
gonna be there.
I agree. I agree on that. Yeah, 'cause I heard Innocent Packers coming here too, but I don't know what day.
Oh, cool, cool.
For real. Yeah, cause I want to like really talk more about Innocent Pack, cause that fucking new album, that album and Oxnard are probably my favorite projects from him. But it's hard
Mm-hmm.
too because I love No Worries and the Malibu joint. Like the dude put in work and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For real. But
Yeah, I heard one of his new songs on the radio this week, but I got the fucking name of it.
was it Make It Better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Yes, yes.
Whew. I never noticed, but him and Smokey kind of sound alike though.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. I was hearing. I'm like, they sound so similar on this.
For real. Like gave me that old Motown vibe and shit. I'm like, dude, this artist is killing me right
Like,
now. Like,
damn.
damn, you give me Motown vibe. You would just give me funk vibe. Like he is such a complete artist, man. Like Innocent Pack on some real shit. But
Mm.
yeah, but I'm actually about to get ready for work tomorrow. 'Cause I gotta be up at 7:45. So
Oh, I gotta be at work at 9:45.
oh shit, you got time. But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time with this one, Ash.
Anytime.
Right. And thank you for my three people for watching this video and stuff. And like I've mentioned before, Cold Blooded Robbery, very dope albums and shit. Very dope albums and stuff. So yeah. And as usual, this is your boy Reg. And Ashley's in the building. Peace out. Have y'all a good night.